So many posts on social media and internet in general pivoted on invitations to pray, to meditate against the coronavirus, to evoke some kind of divine power whatsoever, presumably capable to make problems disappear as quick as they came into being. Now, with all due respect for those who believe in the non-existing power of fate, this is instead an invitation to reflect and reason about how sad, how even miserable it is to believe that a problem can possibly fade away through and by and with some kind of divine providence. And all we can do is to just summon it. Now, if you think about this, isn't it tremendously sad to acknowledge the poorness of this thinking, the littleness of it, its misery? Isn't it sad? And on the other hand, it appears to be also obvious how the very nucleus, the core of faith, and its whole package of desires and hopes, all of that arises from mere fear, which is understandable, humanistically speaking, and also considering we all are emotional beings after all. Nevertheless, it does not, and it will never awaken any kind of magical power capable of impacting reality. On the contrary, existential faith instead, or the mystical faith, or the divine faith, and all its magical shapes and forms, contains the germs of the fear of coming to know, or knowing already, how no prayers and no man-made gods can and won't possibly help with any kind of impervious human situation. Our rational responsibility, intelligence, and scientific thinking can help immensely instead. This is not a good time to rely to medieval illusions or ancient forms of thinking. This emergency, just like any other emergency, whether diluted throughout a long time or immediate, requires a reformation of our thinking, which can only come into being via abandoning all forms of obsolete thinking, the kind of thinking that is encapsulated in some sort of limbo, the kind of thinking that runs emotionally eventually, but runs to stand still in the actual, factual actuality of things. So think about these things.